Hey everyone, welcome back. So here's the thing, Prime Video is hiding some absolute gems. I'm talking certified bangers that somehow flew under the radar. Today we're digging them up, 10 drastically underrated movies you need to add to your watch list right now. So let's jump in. First up, we have a film that completely blindsided me. Imagine you're in 1950s New Mexico. It's a quiet night, you're a switchboard operator, and suddenly a strange audio frequency cuts through the line. This movie built atmosphere like nobody's business. It's a masterclass in suspense, using sound design and long, incredible takes to create this palpable sense of unease and wonder. You feel like you're right there, leaning in, trying to decipher the mystery alongside the characters. It's a love letter to old-school radio dramas and the Twilight Zone, but with a slick, modern style that is just so cool. It proves you don't need a massive budget to create a mind-bending sci-fi experience. The film I'm gushing about is The Vast of Night. Seriously, find a dark room, put on some headphones, and prepare to be captivated. Alright, buckle up because this next one is a genre mashup that has no right to work as well as it does. We've got a Western, but make it a brutal, unflinching horror film. When a group of cannibalistic savages kidnap settlers from a sleepy town, a small posse, led by the legendary Kurt Russell, sets out to get them back. The dialogue is sharp, the characters are unforgettable, and the atmosphere is just dripping with dread. This is not for the faint of heart. It is gritty, it is violent, and it will stick with you long after the credits roll. I went in expecting a standard Western and came out completely shaken. This wild ride is the one and only BONE TOMAHAWK. It's a slow burn that erupts into absolute chaos. Next on our hidden gems list is a South Korean masterpiece that will mess with your head for days. When a mysterious stranger arrives in a small rural village, a strange sickness begins to spread, leading to a series of brutal, unexplainable events. A local police officer is drawn into the chaos as he tries to solve the mystery and save his daughter. This film is a cocktail of everything. It's a gripping mystery, a terrifying horror film, and a dark, dark comedy. It's all at once, the tension builds and builds, and just when you think you have it figured out, it pulls the rug out under you. It's a long movie, but every single minute is earned. If you want something that will challenge you and keep you guessing until the very end, you have to watch The Wailing. This film just might break your brain. Okay, from rural horror to something completely different, but just as thrilling. This is one of the most visually stunning and intricately plotted films I have ever seen. Set in 1930s Korea under Japanese occupation, a young woman is hired as a handmaiden to a Japanese heiress, but she's secretly involved in a plot to defraud her. What follows is a story so full of twists, turns, and betrayals that your jaw will be on the floor. It's a seductive, stylish, and suspenseful erotic thriller from the legendary director Park Chan-wook. The performances are incredible, the cinematography is breathtaking, and the story is just wow. This film is the gorgeous and cunning The Handmaiden. It's a cinematic puzzle box that is an absolute joy to watch unfold. Now for a movie that proves that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones born from human greed. This Indian mythological horror film is unlike anything I've ever seen. It's a generational tale about a family cursed to worship a malevolent deity to gain access to his never-ending treasure. The visuals are breathtakingly creative and genuinely unsettling, drawing from Indian folklore to create a unique and terrifying world. The atmosphere is thick with rain, mud, and the creeping sense of doom. I remember watching this for the first time and being completely mesmerized by its ambition and originality. This stunning piece of filmmaking is called Tombad. It's a powerful cautionary tale about the corrosive nature of greed. Let's travel back in time for this next one, to a cult classic from the 90s that is pure, unadulterated fun. A Catholic priest in Madrid believes he has deciphered a secret message that the Antichrist will be born on Christmas Day. To prevent this, he decides to commit as many sins as possible to sell his soul and get into the devil's inner circle. It's an insane premise, and the movie fully commits to it, delivering a hilarious, action-packed, and surprisingly clever horror comedy. It's chaotic, it's blasphemous, and it's an absolute blast. The title of this wild and crazy film is The Day of the Beast. If you're a fan of directors like Sam Raimi or Peter Jackson's early work, you will love this. Okay, who's in the mood for a modern, stylish thriller with a killer soundtrack and even killer outfits? This one stars Anna Kendrick as a mommy blogger who tries to solve the disappearance of her mysterious, high-flying best friend, played by the one and only Blake Lively. This movie is so sleek and so funny, with a mystery that keeps you hooked from start to finish. It's like Gone Girl meets The Devil Wears Prada. The chemistry between Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively is electric, and the plot is full of so many twists that you won't know who to trust. It's a perfect popcorn movie, smart, funny, and full of suspense. This wickedly entertaining film is a simple favor. I had so much fun with this one, and I know you will too. If you have a craving for a grand, old-fashioned adventure, look no further. Based on an incredible true story, this film follows British explorer Percy Fawcett, who journeys into the Amazon at the dawn of the 20th century and discovers evidence of a previously unknown advanced civilization. Despite being ridiculed by the scientific establishment, he becomes obsessed with returning to the jungle to prove his case. This movie is a stunningly beautiful and poignant look at obsession and the spirit of exploration. Charlie Hunnam gives a fantastic performance, and the cinematography makes you feel the oppressive heat and wonder of the Amazon. The movie is the breathtaking The Lost City of Z. It's a slow burn epic that really captures the romance of adventure. All right, let's talk about a sci-fi horror that does something truly unique. A young woman living in isolation finds her home invaded by extraterrestrial beings. Now here's the kicker. The movie has virtually no dialogue. It relies entirely on sound design, a phenomenal physical performance from its lead actress, and visual storytelling to create its terror. And let me tell you, it is intensely effective. My heart was pounding for the entire runtime. It's a pure, visceral cinematic experience that feels incredibly fresh in the alien invasion subgenre. This incredibly inventive film is No One Will Save You. It's tense, it's creative, and it proves that sometimes silence is scarier than any scream. Last but not least, a hidden sci-fi gem that flew way too far under the radar. This film follows a brilliant college student who, haunted by a childhood UFO sighting, uses his exceptional math skills to investigate a series of mysterious sightings reported at airports. It's a grounded, intelligent sci-fi thriller that focuses on the investigation and the mystery rather than big dumb explosions. It treats its subject matter seriously, which I found so refreshing. Alex Sharp is fantastic in the leading role, and the legendary Gillian Anderson lends her UFO expertise gravitas to a supporting role. If you're a fan of Close Encounters or Arrival and want a smart, character-driven story about the search for truth, you need to check out UFO. And that's a wrap. If you like this video, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe to Filmflix, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a movie night with us. Thanks for hanging out, and until next time, happy watching!